On the Dough Daily with the Bad Bros, Jon and Nez hanging out, Black and Yellow Dog app, platform of the people. Good news, bad news kind of morning here. We got like 50 pieces of good news. Let me start with all of the good, amazing news. We are halfway to the rematch for the gold medal in men's puck. Unbelievable game this morning. Nez is going to have to let me vamp a little bit about it in a minute or two. The other things that are good news, baseball just started. We got some Cactus League action going on right now. Was it Cactus? No, it's probably the Florida one first. Yeah, so we got one game going on baseball right now. That's good. We got some golf going on. We got new payout structures in the pick'em lobbies for Underdog. All these things good. It's a dog bowl day. Nez won some money last night. Wiz K, part of the community, won the layup line last night. All this great news, Nez. What could possibly be the bad news? You're muted.
Sorry. What could it be, John? What could it possibly be? Nobody would ever guess. I don't think.
Okay. We're doing the giveaway on Monday. And the reason we're doing the giveaway on Monday is threefold. One, I'm an idiot. And I was messing around with some shit and couldn't get it done like fully in time. Two, I want to double, triple count to make sure everyone's all good on their entries. And there's another vesting window, let's call it a vesting window for our OG members to accrue one more entry if we wait till Monday. So for like 15 people, it's like a really good thing. So I want to wait for that. And Monday, Numi's going to be here. It's a super light day. There's only 3 NBA games, and we get one more winner tonight, two more winners tonight in the Dog Bowl that, presumably could come from the community. We get those out of the way, and then bang, Monday. So I promise, no matter what, even if there's a fire, Monday, first thing, start the show. All right?
All right, man. So, I mean, who's surprised? Really? I mean, no, it makes sense. It's okay. Yeah. I forgive you.
Thank you.
Even though you lied to our audience, which in turn makes me a liar. So I don't like being made a liar.
Liar by association. Oh shit, dude. Nez, you got to let me vamp for like 2 seconds, all right? And then we'll talk about hoops last night, because I don't know how people can expect me to come on here and just talk about hoops after that game.
Proceed.
All right. I think that was one of the most well-coached hockey games I've ever seen in my life from both sides, but in particular from Cooper. Like, he started by double shifting like the super fast lines. Then he adapted to who was playing well. They started with body contact to start. It was 2 minor mishaps that led to goals to get them down early there. It's like, a bad penalty where Sam Bennett's trying to set the tone and runs the net. Then they score right off the faceoff. It's kind of like you throw your hands up, one of the best shooters in the world, whatever. The other goal, the other goal is kind of like it's a shorthanded disaster. Don't get me wrong. But they righted their wrongs immediately after that, where like there's a bad wall side pinch and this sort of thing. But structurally speaking, the line matching that took place, then this is the stuff I want to talk about, because it's the sicko stuff. You're playing against a team that was like, hey, the Finns were just going to sit back and they're going to be like, we got a lead now. We're going to capitalize on their mistakes. And they did that. And then they intelligently just played like this 1-4 like trap, and then they played a box +1 in their own end and just blocked so many effing shots and played so well. So, man, huge hat tip there. And then the counter punch from the Canada side was like all of these off the draw plays, all of these line match combos, double shifting of the fast guys, and then realizing that you can't beat a trap by skating through it, even though you have the fastest skaters in the world, and you just got to make these short passes in the neutral zone to then gain zone entry and then pass it around then. So then they kind of flipped up in the third period to be like, we need zone entry and then we need structure to beat structure, opposed to trying to run and gun. Dude, it was like, from a hockey watcher's vantage point, I don't even know what the comp would be, but it was fucking beautiful on both sides. So I don't know, I just had to get it off my
Who'd
chest.
they beat?
The Finns. So that they were down 2-0, and then they came back to win 3-2 with like 30 seconds left.
Who is it? Is there anyone on Finland that I would know?
Yeah, like Mikko Rantanen's on Finland. Like the Finns are good. Like
Okay.
they're good, but they're like, Sebastian Aho and like guys like this. Like they're good for sure, but they're like, a little one step down kind of thing.
Yeah, Canada keeps playing with their food, man. They better wake up for the gold.
Dude, see, the gold is probably the most exciting matchup we could have because like everyone so far has played like pretty tight. Like they've played kind of like soccer style where it's like, hey, we know this is one game. It's high variance. Like as long as we stay tight knit on the defensive end, like we're going to have like 1-goal games against Canada. And those adjustments were made by the Czechs and made by the Finns, and it was really smart. I'm really hoping that this finals is just like, let's trade blow for blow, run and gun, play wide open, because we trust the fact that we are as good as they are. And that's, under the assumption that the U.S. take care of business this afternoon. But that would be by far the best hockey game when it's wide open and back and forth. And like, let's just go talent on talent and see what happens here. And that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I would watch that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be a good one. All right, dude. This is funny. Worst struggle, Jon Dawg Bowl +1 or the Hawk 2 a coin. Oh, that's beautiful.
She was cleared of any wrongdoing, folks.
Mm-hmm. Shouldn't you get 2 +1s? I don't know if that's how it works, but I'm just rolling with the fact that I think you only get one either way. You just get flight credit for the second, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, you don't get 2 +1, sadly.
Yeah.
New me.
All right, Nez, let's jump in and talk a little hoops today. Are you excited about anything else today? Like this is a really good sports day.
No, I mean like I'm laser focused on Dawg Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been like where I'm at. I maxed the layup line like really early. Got like have my entries in last night. I thought it was a pretty fun opening ADP. Things have shifted quite a bit. Yeah, I'm just like fully in on Dawg Bowl right now.
Okay.
Yeah, had a busy slow morning. Well, busy morning. I wasn't at my computer like I normally am all morning before the show, so I was, I had to mix up a little bit. So I'm glad to be here, locked in. Let's talk about this.
Perfect. All right. Let's start with last night just for a half second here, because there's a lot of carryover from last night to tonight. Played 61 entries last night. I thought I played way better than the results indicated. It sucks to suck when you run. I think I had 25% Joker. I ran so hot on Joker last night. So crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he gets outscored by like 3 guys on his own team in terms of like raw basketball points. It was interesting, man. It was his birthday, but they left him on the bench for like a long time. I don't know. I think maybe they were leading up to tonight to ensure that they could play the back-to-backs, and they were one Jamal Murray free throw away from overtime. So who am I to poo-poo? But yeah, what are we going here? Jovan So Fly. I like that. Shout out to him, but more importantly, shout out to Nez, who comes in second place last night there. I poo-pooed on the Cade Cunningham. I had him as player number 6 in the first round there, and boy, was I wrong on that one. I was pushing up other guys over him there, and this combination of JB plus Cade Cunningham, cool stat from the Underdog stuff yesterday, where JB's had 3 triple-doubles in his 3 triple-doubles in his first 9 seasons, and then he has 3 already this year.
He's loving life without Tatum, man.
Yeah, that's gonna change. That's gonna change in about 15 days time or whatever it is here, 20 days time.
I'll leave Rizikarian to talk about that symbiotic relationship, but it has to be JB's team for the remainder of the year, and then you figure it out next season, I think.
Hey, but you know what, Nez? We're coming into the high holidays here, where my guy JB is going to be fasting, and we don't play JB during fast season because he's malnourished. He's not ready to perform with these world-beating athletes.
I don't know, man. It's 0 for 1. It's 0 for 1 so far.
Yeah, dude, we talked about Kevin Durant on the program a little bit. Kind of a hilarious Kevin Durant run out too. Like he was sitting on the bench for like all of the fourth quarter there, or at least for like a 7-minute stint in the fourth quarter. And then he comes back on for the last 3 minutes and scores like 13 real life basketball points and just keeps cooking. Like he was undeniable last night. So just a weird run out for Kevin Durant last night after the burner account conversations over the weekend there. BI, who was the cover boy, big shout out there. VJ Edgecombe, who, wasn't drafted at 100% frequency after the Embiid stuff, but was a pretty solid 6th round pick there. You only needed the 30 from him. And then B-Ball Paul does enough, primarily in the fourth quarter. B-Ball Paul wasn't having the best of games there, but he had a very good block on Cat. If you saw that one, put Cat on the floor by sticking one against the glass there. But yeah, thoughts on last night, Nez?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was, obviously very fortunate to finish where I finished. I think that was my only Cade and KD team in the main. I had like 16% KD. I was really flat yesterday, dude. I was, you could kind of tell on the show yesterday, if you watched or watch it back or whatever, like I was really kind of lost on this slate in terms of like how to play it. So I leaned pretty heavily on Unabated last night and just like ripped a lot of autos toward the end of the day. And I don't remember when I drafted this one. I do think, to give myself some credit, this was an earlier in the day team because I stopped taking so much Castle because I had so much. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, no one's taking this guy. Not that it was a skeleton key, but like 40% drafted. I thought he was going to be more than that. So obviously super stoked and excited to give it all back tonight.
Well, I mean, let's hope that that's not actually the case, but yeah, you never know. All right, dude. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good synopsis. Yeah, we were pretty torn on that middle round. A little bit of shout out to us where we talked about how like the 5th and 6th round targets were a little bit better than some of those mid round targets that we liked, and that's kind of what you needed. You needed to pull up BI to the right hand side of the board. You needed a Paul Reed fall, something like that, right? So. Yeah, just a interesting slate. Also kind of funny, my highest scoring team on the slate here was that Benny Math in the last round at 8%. Shout out to Nick, who was about it in the chat. We talked about it on the program, and then we drafted it as such on the program there. This is actually a really sweet team that we drafted on the show yesterday because we were both in on, a little bit of Brandon Miller. Didn't age the best, but we were really in on BI. Oh, BI wasn't on this one. But we were really in on BI, and then we were really in on the notion of, hey, if you pull up KD and Harden and get some different combos, obviously it didn't matter because the combos that ended up mattering was KD being paired with Cade, but nonetheless, directionally accurate, dare I say. Pick and roll, Jazar's up here, the hot sauce is up here. Who else did I miss on the top of the leaderboard? Cowboys is up here, hot sauce is up here. Eddie Lacy, the Stunner's always in chat with a top 11 there. Awin's up there. Chad's up here. So tons of friends and family up here. Kimberly 23 and Amanda K score 1 for the PWHL leaders up there. Love to see it. Love to see it. WNBA taking over the streets. All right. Is that good on last night, Nez?
I think so. Yeah.
Cool. I'm tap in on my exposures here. What did I do wrong? Yeah, I just ran way too hot on Joker. Sucks to suck. And then I did this kind of stuff. Oh, the Nemhard stuff, man. That was unbelievable. What a bad run out, especially in a competitive game, too.
Yeah, there was a lot of really, really bad duds last night. Nemhard, one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, Westbrook, we talked about it on the show, how we can't play Westbrook anymore. We can't play these guys who are only going to play, 25 minutes here. Yes.
Did you play any Maxime?
I did not actually. Yeah, I know you shouted him out on the program there. I did not get to him. I was doing the Vukovic stuff and I was doing some of that other stuff instead.
What WizK brought up a point about Suggs. Are you familiar with like what happened with Suggs last night?
No, I did not watch much of that game.
So look at the minutes on Suggs.
Sorry.
It's so good.
19 minutes for Suggs last night, only 1 stock.
I don't think he got hurt either. They were just like Javon Carter, like it's your show.
Okay, let's give me 1 second here. Let's see if we could bring up a little thought process. What's going on here? For whatever reason, my rotations aren't working right now.
Rip.
Yeah, rip indeed. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, I can't find. Bad radio.
Yeah, it's all right. It's just gonna like it just was so random that yeah. I mean, well, it's not just because it was the Kings, Stunna. Like he played like it was before the game got way out of hand. He was
right
playing over Suggs. Maybe, but
yeah,
strange.
Yeah, that is strange. All right. Yeah, I can't figure out why this isn't popping up for me either. Okay. Oh well. Yeah, I don't have anything intelligent to say on that. Did not watch that game, so
yeah. Hopefully, it's not an issue moving forward because I like Suggs, but maybe we can get a nice discount next slate.
Yeah. Okay. Bounce calling your shot today. I like it. Shout out to Bindles dropping off a membership at our door. Love to see it. Saw them streaming last night. Good fun stuff there. And then we talked about WizK getting it done last night. Shout out to WizK again. All right, Nez, let's push into today. We got ourselves a 9-gamer that is littered with back-to-backs, both front end and back-to-back. Back end and front end all over the place here. 8 on the back end this evening. Cleveland last night, where we saw what looked like it was going to be a really meaningful James Harden output early, but nobody played more than like 28 in that game and didn't wind up mattering. The Hornets had their hearts ripped out. They're on the back-to-back. We got a tank-off bowl in the Pacers and Wizards for the second night in a row. Hopefully Vukovic can play more than 17 minutes last night. Dude had like 40 fantasy points, and then they only let him play 17 minutes. Maybe we're just done with the Wizards here.
That was Atlanta's so weird.
Yeah. Anthony Gill played like 30 or something crazy. We got the Clippers on a back-to-back there after a nail-biter last night against Denver. Aforementioned Denver is on the back-to-back in Portland tonight. You got the Nets on a back-to-back, and they've already ruled out Claxton going against the best team. Well, maybe not the best team in the NBA anymore. We'll talk about that. But the short-handed version of the Thunder. I put Chet on the cover just to talk about them. So those are all the back-end back-to-backs. The front-end back-to-backs are Memphis, Miami, and the Pels. I'll reiterate them as we go game by game here. Nez, macro lay of the land for you after doing all the layup lines and such.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot, but there's some major pieces missing today for players that are draftable that I think will present major usage opportunities, mainly Zion and Jared Allen today. I think are like have really, really strong opportunities here to do well. They feel safe. I really like the second round today. I think the second and third round is pretty solid. And we've got some really, really fun matchups against some bad teams, but should be some fun spots where we can, maybe bank on some fast pace. And then another macro point that I'd like to, think about is the Grizzlies today, because, they play the Jazz. And I mean, you could give the Grizzlies 7 bodies and they'd find a way to only play them 20 minutes each. But like, they're super thin today. Like, super thin today. That like, fool me once, fool me twice, fool me nth number of times. But
sure.
I think there's some fun players for the Grizzlies today.
Yeah, I think I count 9. Yeah.
Yeah, that means.
But either way, either way, it's like we're talking about Taylor Hendricks and Javon Small and stuff coming off the bench
Yeah,
tonight.
those
So
guys are
there's
gonna
going to
play
be
25 minutes tonight, dude.
yeah, there's going to be some big time opportunities here for I mean, get me excited about GG Jackson, baby.
I am.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna. They're
It's
gonna,
a
they're gonna have to
2:36.
fucking kill me to stop drafting 6th-round Gigi. I'm sorry. Against the Jazz.
We've been talking about GG Jackson for 2 months now. Like, eventually that slate breaker's coming, guys. That OG GG Jackson era from his rookie season is coming back. Oh, good shit.
I have to do it today.
It's gotta be. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing one last thing here.
And any other points I'm trying to think of in the meantime. No, just looking at Austin Reeves there. I do like Austin Reeves today. No limits. He's got a full Lakers team, but I like him having no limit. And also Luka Doncic going 3. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that? That would be my first takeaway. I saw it last night and I was like, what's going on here? Like, why is he going? Yeah, why was he going 4 this morning or last night rather? I saw it in the layup line ADP, and then now it's slowly slowly creeping
I don't know
up.
what's going on with ADP setters.
Jalen Johnson on a back-to-back. Pardon me, say that again.
Nothing. I don't know what's going on with ADP setters.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Luka was going 6 last night until he officially got ruled in, so that would have been in the layup line stuff. Okay. Cool. Good synopsis there, Nez. Obviously, I haven't been in the streets yet here. Is there anything that's like big red flag for you that you're just like, hey, I don't get this one?
Well, I mean, there was a classic guys that we don't think are going to play on back-to-backs going really early. Like Evan Mobley was going like pick 23 for a while, and yeah, you get swaps, but I don't know why you would do that.
Sure.
You didn't even play well last night. You played limited minutes, but you didn't even play well, so I didn't understand that necessarily at all.
Mm-hmm.
Early ADP is basically fine. Yeah, nothing too red flaggy other than the guys that I thought were like very much not going to play end up not playing. Other than Michael Porter Jr. not on the injury report tonight, I don't think that makes him trustable, but he's not out.
Right. Okay. Man, I just can't find add more funds. Like, I'm a paying member. Like, I can't find the rotations on there. Popcorn machine, I can't find the rotations. Like, I can't find rotations anywhere today for some reason. I'm trying to tap into some of these minutes from last night for some of the back-to-back teams, and I can't find shit.
Gonna have to pop up in the box scores.
We're going old school, baby. We're going old school ESPN box scores. Holy. All right. Okay, now I got my bearings a little bit. Now that we're just gonna have to be forced into that decision making. Okay, yeah, the Mobley one's interesting because he only played like 18 last night, and the starters didn't run deep. That I was kind of like, well, maybe because he started, maybe like he would play again tonight, but it still wouldn't have been something I was interested in or drafting, especially in like the 3rd or 4th round, like he was going.
Yeah, like I was kind of keeping open the possibility that he would play, but
sure, yeah,
it just seemed like a very weird click.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, dude, you ready to go game by game, or is there anything else on the macro level you want to discuss?
No, I think we're good. Let's break it on down.
All right, cool. We got Cavs and Hornets tonight, both on the back-to-back there. Pretty like, we didn't love the Hornets spot yesterday, but we kind of liked 3 players, just because it's so hard when you go up against the Rockets. This one looks like a considerably better spot. You get 18 extra points on the total compared to yesterday, like a 228.5. But you still have really good rim protection on the Cavs side, but taking Evan Mobley off the floor really helps that. Cavs are 5-point favorites still, even without Evan Mobley in this one. They're both on the back-to-back. Injury report is Evan Mobley is out, Max Strus is out, and Tomlin, who did not play last night, is probable in this one. And then the Hornets are still without the suspension bros in Miles Bridges and Musa Diabates there. Still no Kobe White. Grant Williams, who played really well last night. I actually think he led the team in scoring last night. I think he had like 20 or 22 actual. So shout out Grant Williams. Yeah, man. He's been playing some good ball recently. I've been watching some of those games, and it's been pretty impressive. Because he can guard the 5 too, right? Like he can do like the kind of Alex Caruso kind of undersized but guard 5s kind of setup. And anyways, nothing to talk about there tonight. But how you handling these ones, Nez? Because both of them in higher totals than yesterday, and obviously not a smash spot like yesterday was for the Cavs, but we only got like half a game from them yesterday. Are you more intrigued by the Cavs in this one in a tighter spread game? How are you treating them?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I am taking Donovan Mitchell at ADP. I've got him ahead of Jamal Murray. Taking James Harden. Not like a ton of James Harden for me at the moment, but okay. I might mix that up a little bit just because it does feel pretty flat in that second round. And, having a full James Harden fade probably isn't the best idea. Only 2 games over 40 points so far in his short Cleveland stint, but he's been really serviceable and really hasn't had a game where he's played more than 30 minutes in big minutes really like yet. So if there's a chance that he does play big minutes here, like James Harden does feel fine. But I was taking like Denny over James Harden.
Okay.
I was taking Kevin Porter Jr. over James Harden, but like I said, I don't want to be caught with like a very low number of Harden. So I'm going to try to aim for like 12 to 14% if I can help it. Because I don't really know what to make of the Hornets right now in this current state. Like they're a worse team right now, but they haven't. I haven't been loving their games recently. So the biggest thing for me is Jared Allen. Like he's my favorite click on the Cavs and one of my favorite clicks on the board right now. Just a smash.
Yeah, without Mobley, obviously we talked so much about the pick and roll dynamic between him and James Harden and how maybe the market hasn't fully caught up. Plus, you also get no Diabates on the other side, and you can stretch a little bit against Kalkbrenner. He'll probably be playing against like PJ Hall too, who's like a fringe NBAer. I like PJ Hall, but like he's a fringe NBAer kind of guy. So if he gets like 8 minutes against a dude like that, feels good, man. Feels good.
Yeah, it does. He's just used really, really nicely right now with Harden in the fold. He's a completely different player for fantasy.
Yeah. 3 draftable pieces on that side. Nez a little bit lower on Harden, but higher on Allen today was kind of the synopsis that I would take away from that. Other side of the ball here, I think we're kind of only looking at 3 guys here. This Grant Williams Q tag is now an out tag, so you could see kind of like more extended 5 minutes for probably PJ Hall off the bench today, something like that, but none of it's playable on the site. Do you like any of the top 3 Hornets today?
I like Brandon Miller. He had no shortage of shot attempts yesterday, but just played like shit. Melo is just so frustrating, dude. Second leg of a back-to-back. He probably plays 30 because that's like where he's ramped up to, but I don't know. Like I'd rather take Brandon Miller over Melo.
I respect it. I respect that take for sure, man. When they're both on the floor, the usage rates are like comparable. Miller's obviously got the shoulder thing and still wears the shoulder thing all the time, but non-shooting shoulder. I think they're both very safe bets for 35 fantasy points tonight. It's just like who gets the right tail outcome is whose 3-pointer is falling effectively.
Yeah. It just seems like Brandon Miller right now has the better range of outcomes, like better floor, better ceiling right now. Yeah, so I've been playing a little bit of Brandon Miller, but I don't really love these Hornets right now, man. Like they're missing their bodies for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. Yeah. I mean, like, you don't think of Musa as like, you thought of him kind of as like a fringe guy on this team at the start of the year. And now he's just like such a consistent, like defensive staple in the middle of the court for them on the back end that it's just like, they're not the same team without him out there. He's kind of boring from a fantasy standpoint, but like
Yeah,
he just does a lot from them from a real life standpoint.
yeah. I think that rings true, and yeah, they just right now this isn't our top top efficiency team that we were used to a
Sure.
few weeks ago, man. So yeah, just feeling comfortable being a little underweight. Almost everybody in this game other than Jared Allen.
Cool. Yeah, I'm totally good with it, man. I respect the takes. Next game on the docket here, the slop it up fest of the night there, Jazz and Grizz. Little tank off bowl action here. Grizzlies as 1.5 point favorites, a 237.5 here. And as Nez astutely pointed out at the top of the show there is a laundry list of injury stuff here on the Jazz side. Obviously, Jaren Jackson Jr. is done for the year. So is Walker Kessler. Yusuf Nurkic is out with an injury management tag. We had a midday downgrade queue for Lauri Markkanen with an illness in parentheses. Who the fuck actually knows? And then Keontae George is out, and Oscar Sheedway is in concussion protocol still, has a Q tag on his name there. And then on the Grizzlies side, no Santi, no KCP, no Brandon Clark, no Cedric Coward, no Edie, no Ty Jerome, no John Morant, and no Scottie Pippen Jr. So I mean, we have a slop it up fest with like the fourth highest total. If I'm eyeballing it, fourth highest total on the slate by the looks of it here, and we got a whole bunch of guys that are not getting drafted, with the exception of Isaiah Collier, basically.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
Yeah.
Filipowski's getting drafted every time, but
Okay, Filipowski's going as well. That seems good.
yeah, but like if we're talking Jazz here, yeah, I don't think Markkanen's going to play. Like, I think he's a pretty easy fade right now.
Mm-hmm.
Take him in the 6th round if you want to swap, though. That's obviously like a risk-free proposition, but he might only play 20 minutes at the same time or leave early, like we see guys with illnesses do. It's just a bunch of bullshit. From the only other player I consider from Utah is Ace Bailey.
Okay.
And I think he's a pretty good scroll. Like no one's taking him right now. They have shown to let these young guys that are like, if you're active and you're playing, like you're fucking playing, man. You know, like this is they will let Ace Bailey play 30 plus minutes tonight in a high total, single digit ownership today. That's a really fun scroll today. So I like the Ace Bailey stuff.
Cool. I respect the take there for sure. Ace Bailey, Spider-Man meme with Neek Clifford as like dudes who are just going to play a shit ton of minutes down the stretch here. Not in terms of archetype of player, but as like hey, we're tanking teams, let the young kids cook and let them play 30 plus every night. So that's fun, man. That's fun. Ace Bailey's a fun basketball player. I do think I like Filipowski more here. I think I would just X out Lauri. I think it's too sketch because if he plays, your lineup's dead, in my opinion. And if he doesn't play, I mean, how much leverage are you getting from a swap on a today where there's like not that many Q tags for like stuff to break right yet? That could change later in the day for sure. But yeah. And then Isaiah Collier is really interesting, Nez. Are you kind of like in or out on him? Because he's right in that same price range as the Hornets guys, conceivably in like a pretty good spot, but I don't think it's been baked in yet, like the impact that Vince Williams has on his minutes and handling role potential. I think people are still drafting him like he's kind of the dude who's going to play 48 minutes still, like when he broke, 3 slates in a row or whatever it was, 2 slates out in 3 days or whatever. Yeah. Do you feel confident in taking him here? Because I think of him more as like a mean projection floor play in those middle rounds than some of the other targets.
Yeah. I mean, I take Austin Reeves over him.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I like him more than the Hornets guys.
Okay. Yeah. See, like this is like Edgar's saying because he's going to play 48 minutes. I don't think he's going to play 48 minutes again. Like the 48 minutes was a byproduct of circumstance and they were down to like 7 bodies and stuff like that. Like if Oscar Sheedwade's available today, like they got John Conchar, Kev Love's going to play some minutes today. Svee's in there. Vince Williams has backup handling. Sensabaugh probably starts. Even if you take Lowry and Oscar, I always screw up his name, Sheedwade out of there, like they still have like 10, 11 bodies. If you're looking for like someone who can play 48, it's on the other side. It's not this one. I think his like band of minutes is closer to like 36 than it is 48 today.
Yeah, I think he's going to play like 32 easily. In a fun spot. Not like no one here for usage. Like I really like him. But I'm not. If I thought he was going to play 48 minutes, I would be taking him in the first fucking round. Like, right, that's obviously like not what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's different, but he's a good pick. I've got a lot of them. Let me be very clear. I've got a ton of Collier. Yeah,
that seems.
No, I don't. I thought I did.
Oh,
probably because I have so much Austin Reeves. But you know what? If they're gonna put Austin Reeves at ADP 20, then I'm gonna take him.
Yeah, I'd rather have Austin Reeves than Collier, I think too. Yeah, but the matchup can obviously break so right for him. What are we doing on Memphis, dude? Because the running joke is they're, it's being said in the chat right now, like, they're all going to play 27, and it doesn't matter how many bodies they have, and it doesn't matter. He just finds a way to play them all 25 minutes. Are you worried about that tonight? Do you think there's a ceiling on Cam Spencer, GG Jackson, slow-mo playing the 5 here? We love playing 5s. We love playing 5s against Filipowski. Like the flow chart is 5s against Filipowski. Like, can you play slow-mo, Kyle Anderson?
I'm not.
Yeah.
But if someone else wants to, go ahead.
Sure.
I'm doing the GG Jackson stuff, closest thing that we can get to a big here. God, dude, somebody's got to play 30 minutes tonight, right? I mean, they can't do this shit again, right? Like, you're going to give Lawson Lovering 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Can we just be a little bit serious? Like, yeah. So maybe. I'm playing, like I said, I'm playing the GG Jackson stuff. I will say, like, your guy OMP is kind of interesting, but I don't think there's enough minutes for him. But like, if we were looking for like a big to play, I think he's a pretty good player. Pretty interesting player. But yeah, GG, and I'm doing Cam Spencer as well.
Okay. Yeah, I like it, man. I think they're good scrolls in the last round. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're a little bit scared about minute ceiling here, but like, yeah, I like it, man.
They're essentially scrolls. They don't go every time.
Hey, Max, if GG gets 700 fantasy points tonight, all my best ball teams qualify. That is fucking awesome. That is good. That is very good. I like it. Chris saying they're Ty Jerome pilled. Well, Ty Jerome's not playing tonight, but what do you mean by that? I'm curious as to what you mean by that. That they're like
know that.
Just like super hard minutes cap at like 20, because that's what they were doing with him.
Yeah, maybe if that's what he meant.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Dude, I'm looking for some flowchart stuff here. Wow, Filipowski 14.5 points. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Where's Collier, Vince Williams on the other side of this for assists? Wow, 10.5 is a big number. I mean, everybody's getting mad at me, but his PRA is 30. Like, everybody chill.
Yeah, but you just said double-digit assists.
Yeah, that's true.
It's 15 points right there.
That's a great point. Nobody wants to give me Vince Williams in the lobby, eh? Numi's too scared, but Ace Bailey's 17. Dude, 24.5, and nobody's drafting Ace Bailey in the last round. Might play 30 whatever minutes.
I know.
Crazy. That PRA is 6 points different than the guy who goes every single time in the third round. Now, would I rather have Collier? Of course, but like just food for thought. Like Cody Williams just lowers no matter what. They won't even give us these ones. They're taking the price on it.
God, he stinks, dude.
He sucks. I'm so sick of Cody Williams, dude.
Hilarious that he's like making more money than I'll ever see in my lifetime.
Hey, just win a dog bowl seat tonight, dude.
That's
then
right.
You'll probably make as much as them. All right, dude. Let's keep rolling here. Pacers and Wizards. This is a double back to back. Second night, the baseball series, as the ETR guys like to call it. This is a 229 with a straight pick'em line here. We had no Naismith, or we did have Naismith last night, and then Naismith got hurt. Andrew Nemhard never plays back-to-backs, so he has the doubtful tag today. You have a Q tag on Quentin Jackson, a Q tag on Cam Jones, who left the game and did not return last night. This is listed as low back soreness. Doubtful tag on Andrew Nemhard, out tag on Aaron Naismith. Micah Potter, who came into last night with a Q tag, has the Q tag again here. Pascal Siakam ruled out already. And then you have the G Leaguers in Talon Peter and Ethan Thompson with Q tags there. Obviously, no Zubac and no Obi Toppin here. On the Wizards side, the obvious are no Sar again, no Trey, no Anthony Davis, no D'Angelo Russell, and Cam Whitmore and Keyshawn George. So we got our second kind of like slop it up dumpster fire of the night. We saw a really nice night last night from Chase Walker, or Jarris Walker rather. And shout out to Lackey, who joined up to become a member here, who showed me he had like 70% of them or something last night. Yeah, on like 40 drafts, which was pretty impressive. But if we're going back to the Pacers this evening in this rematch of a game that stayed close last night, who are you going to, Nez?
Jarris Walker, baby.
Yeah, we're running it back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a great pick. He's opened up ADP 30, quickly rising. What's he like? 25 now ADP. So yeah, he's way up there.
33.5 PRA.
Yeah. I am thinking about J Huff, but you were pretty astute to point out, like, if Micah Potta I always call him Potta. Micah Potter,
because it's like Micah. It's like Micah Potter.
Yeah,
it like rolls off
the Potter. Yeah, like I need. I can't go like Micah and then Potter. Like that doesn't work in my head. Sorry.
Right.
You were very astute to point out that if he plays, it's a thorn in the J Huff side, and it hurts his minutes, and it did. But if he doesn't play, like, I would be willing to give J Huff another shot.
Okay.
Seems like they don't think he's going to play, or they're at least giving him a little bit more. Love here.
Okay. All right. We were looking for something else to add to it. I wanted to make it Utah and make it like a game stacky thing, but could not find something that was Utah related. So
you put me on to Indy whenever you brought up the Lackey stuff. Sorry.
No. We were talking about the Pacers, and I was just doing my own thing on the side because I can't draft. I'm playing vicariously through it here. So I like that shout, man. Yeah, Micah Potter's interesting, like, just because he's been playing like big minutes, and he had Q tags coming into all three of these games. And then he plays 28, 26, and 27. And one of those games he left for a bit too. And it looked like J Huff was going to close, and then they didn't close with J Huff because Micah came back into the ball game. So yeah, I'd be interested in Quentin Jackson, but I think it is soft capped. But if Cam Jones can't go and TJ can't go tonight, like, you could do worse, man. I think Quentin Jackson can hoop, so I'd be scared that it's only 25 to 28 minutes, but maybe a pick'em lobby play. But I like where your head's at, dude. I think Jarris is a good play again tonight. I think J Huff is probably a really good click right now in the last round as well, because you get, like, he's a fine price tag, plus you get some added benefit if Micah Potter misses.
I know that's your guy.
All right. Anybody on the Wizards side this evening, dude?
So no Keyshawn George, no Sar, the usual. No, dude, not really, not really.
Mm-hmm.
This is a team that is kind of, not so quietly tanking, and they're not even doing it in a fun way.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I've got nothing for these fucking Wizards, dude. I'm just not draft them at all.
Yeah. It's a shame because if you could like get more than 20 minutes a night from, Vukovic, he'd be a lot of fun in the last round there, but they're tanking out loud and they have too many bodies, right? Like they're going to play Trey Johnson 20 minutes. They're going to play, Bub Carrington 20. They're going to play Belil, 28 and then like just shut him down. So it's kind of like
Koulibaly and Bub should be playing like 35 minutes.
Right. But they would rather just, ensure that they're going to lose and run like 12 bodies instead of running only 9 and have a chance to win.
And then Champagny was DNP, huh?
Yeah, he was DNP'd last night, and he's probably going to start tonight. Like Champagny's going to do the Chris Middleton bullshit where he gets DNP'd last night, and then he jumps into the starting lineup today and plays like 25.
Adam Silver needs to walk into these facilities, just drop a member of the staff, just point blank, and then walk out, and just this will continue until you guys shape the fuck up. Like,
right. Yeah. I mean, did you see yesterday's comments about the petition to make it go away next year and the amendments that they're going to make?
Yeah, I personally didn't think that they were bad.
Okay. All right.
I kind of really liked, my favorite was like the 2-year moving average, like the 2-year thing, like
2-year rolling average of wins.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't. I mean, I kind of glanced through it, so you could probably speak better to it than I. But yeah, I think that's a pretty decent rule.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
Okay. No Wizards for you tonight then?
Hell no.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. And I think there's going to be one here at some point that gives us like 45 to 50 fantasy points, but I don't know which it is, and I have no idea this evening, so I'll just be kind of waving the white flag.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, we got T-Wolves and Mavs here. 40-point favorites are, or 14-point favorites are the T-Wolves here. Mavs without Cooper Flag, a 239.5 for this one. Are you subscribing to some blowout risk in this one? Just in general there, Nez, or are you kind of just treating people at their ADP as you see fit? Because Minnesota's full. They have nobody listed. I'll talk through Dallas in a second.
Yeah, for Minnesota, like I don't think this is like a Rudy spot personally.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm not really doing much Rudy, but Ant and Randall I like. I'm always, pretty high on Randall, but Randall is getting a ton of love today. So I'm not going to be on Julius Randle nearly as much.
Okay.
I am worried about the blowout risk here. I am. Like, I kind of think that Kawhi should be going ahead of Anthony Edwards.
Just because of the blowout risk.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the only way Ant gets there is if he just lays it on thick in 26 through 28 minutes.
Yeah, like it just Kawhi. Yeah, I just feel safer about Kawhi than I do Anthony Edwards here.
I don't want to open sore wounds, but do you remember a certain slate maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago there where for whatever reason Chris Finch decided to just keep running guys despite being up like 20?
Oh yeah.
Any chance we see something like that tonight?
Maybe. This Dallas team is really, really bad though.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't even have they just rolled out Christie. Daniel Gafford's rocking the Q tag. Obviously, no Cooper Flag.
Yeah. Here's the reason I bring it up, Nez. We are just coming off of an All-Star game MVP showcase of Anthony Edwards. Okay. So we have that narrative going for us. This game tonight is nationally televised after 8 days rest for the T-Wolves, and they don't play tomorrow as well. So this is the Anthony Edwards on national TV at home after being the MVP of the All-Star game with nothing tomorrow as well.
Those are all true things.
That's my Winhurst bro science. Chris Finch lets him stay in one extra rotation to cook and make sure he scores 35 tonight.
Yeah, at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. This Dallas team is just like really, really bad.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not like fading Anthony Edwards necessarily.
Yep.
But I am really worried about this game. I'm very worried about this game. When I think of blowouts for Minnesota, it kind of makes me want to do Naz Reid. I feel like he's the one that really eats in these blowouts where he gets like the extended run. They just let him kind of cook a little bit. You know, the only person that is more beloved than Anthony Edwards in Minnesota is Naz Reid. So.
I like that shout, dude. I like a little bit of Naz Reid in the last round there. It's a bridge too far. I'm going to say it's a bridge too far. But, you know, a little Bones Highland in that pick'em lobby is piquing my interest right now.
I tell you what, man, it's Bones season's over because
Connolly's back?
No, because Io.
Oh, Io, yeah, true.
Io.
Yeah. It's true.
Io is beloved already in Minnesota, dude.
They were giving him a chance.
When I was talking with PPR Tyler, we were doing NFL, but he said that Io's already had one Naz Reid game, and who did he say? Someone has no Naz Reid games, but Io has already had one Naz Reid game.
I respect it. He definitely has in that Atlanta game. Okay, cool. Well, I think for all intents and purposes in our game, Ant's good at ADP. Randall's a little rich. You're kind of like paying up for the spot and the recent performance, but I understand why people are doing it. Nez is out on Gobert in the last round and kind of likes some contrarian leverage for Naz Reid. And I've lost my marbles still thinking that Bones Highland is relevant.
You have, but blowout Bones, man. Blowout Bones could cook. This is definitely a confusing one and maybe not good to overthink, but
okay, I'm
overthinking it.
Sounds good, man. Well, here's why you're overthinking. We're going to the Dallas side now, and we have a doubtful tag on Max Christie. We have a doubtful tag on Ryan Nembhard, who actually has a G League tag as well. We have a Q tag on Caleb Martin, who was in and out of the starting lineup there at the expense of PJ Washington. It's been PJ Washington more recently. We have a Q tag on Miles Kelly and Musa Cisse. Oh, no, Cisse is a doubtful tag. Sorry. And then the aforementioned Cooper Flag out tag, Kyrie Irving out tag, Derek Lively out tag, Q tag Daniel Gafford, who seemingly rolls an ankle every time he steps onto the hardwood. So I'm not sure anyone here is like super exciting for us to play, but there's definitely some push-pull. Like if Gafford's in, I like the fives on the other side more. Like, you know what I mean? Because we always attack Gafford with opposing fives. So I'd be in on like, some 6th round Naz Reid a little bit more. Although you could still attack Bagley too. But man, if you don't get Gafford tonight, and maybe we don't know that yet, and Bagley can play 31, it's not a good matchup for him, but we might be able to get big minutes out of Bagley tonight because they just need the big help, right? Putting that on people's radar. Najee's obviously going to be like the chalk last round click if you want to get into this game. Brandon Williams for some handling, PJ Washington because he's going to play a ton. Will you draft any of them tonight?
I've done some Najee.
Yeah.
I would need Gafford to for sure be ruled out to do any Bagley.
Yep.
No PJ. just, I mean, like I can understand if somebody's like, oh, I kind of like PJ tonight. But he just hasn't been like, PJ of old in a while. And he was, not at full minutes either. So I will kick myself a little bit if like, oh, like it's PJ ball dominant night, because it easily could be. But like this spot just doesn't feel great.
Okay.
Obviously. So I'm not really doing much of anything on the Mavericks, but like in any other matchup where they're not like live to get killed, I would probably be like way more intrigued in the Mavericks tonight. But all these injuries that they've rolled out, like they're going to be playing some ugly basketball tonight, dude. Okay. Maybe Brandon Williams. How about that? How about your boy?
Dude, I'm about Brandon Williams. I'm a little bit scared about the minutes in general, but you're scared about the minutes in general for everyone in this spot. And at least he's got no designation and he's had 8 days off now. So like maybe he comes out and plays 29, plays 31, starts and has lead handling. Like we don't love lead handling against like Jaden McDaniels on ball, but like, yeah. While you were talking about PJ and PJ Washington there, dude, the combination of PJ and Najee Marshall on Julius Randle. Like, I don't know what they wrote up in the ETR matchup stuff. Like, I don't know what Mike said about that, but like, I can't imagine that's a fruitful matchup for the ADP of Randle right now. That might be like enough to just sway my opinion. Like you were already out on it, but sway my opinion to kind of like soft fade at that ADP.
Yeah. I mean, I think if that's the thesis for sure, are we still getting PJ? Is that level of effort still there? I think is the question, but
that's a good point. That is a good point, my friend. All right, dude. Very limited options, but it's a couple scrolls in that one on the Dallas side, and maybe a little Nas Reed and Gobert in the last round on the other side. Let's pop on over to the beautiful Unabated interface to keep this thing rolling. We got Heat and Hawks for the highest total on the slate here. Hawks on the second night of a back-to-back there. We're expecting Tyler Hero back this evening on Miami side. This is a 3.5 point favorites for the Heat on the road here, and the Hawks with a 244 there. Injury report is as follows for the Hawks. It is just the G Leaguers and Jonathan Kuminga, so exact same as last night. Just noting that Dyson Daniels' minutes have been down a little bit and Nas kind of been the safer of the bunch. Also, when I was watching a bit of that game there, we talked about it yesterday, but Onyeka was projecting very, very well. And he was projecting very well in the unabated stuff. And I kind of soft faded it because like the Jock Landale impact, I didn't think had been fully like filtered in yet. And dude, Jock's playing minutes, man. And he's a good basketball player and they got him for a reason. So I'd kind of be like, tempering my expectations. It's not a good spot for bigs on the Hawks side going up against the combo of Bam and Ware anyways, but just wanted to say that. And then the available tags on the Heat side is basically everybody, dude. We got Drew Smith in there. We got Norm Powell, who was a Q tag earlier in the day. Pelly Larson's in there. Tyler Hero's in there. Simone Fontecchio's in there. They got everybody listed available. It's the fullest version of the Heat we have seen in a while. So what are you doing with the Heat here, Nez, when they're back to full?
Very full, very full. I really like Bam, even though they're very full, just because I like the spot. Okay. I know it's risky because never Bam, but I can't really help myself, man. I'm kind of, taking the bait. He doesn't project as player 9, but I like this. I like the spot, man. This is a really fun matchup between two fast-paced teams, and I want pieces of it. Now, anybody else on the Heat, like Tyler Hero, has missed so much time this season. Obviously, does not look like he's going to be full. Can completely X him out. Like if you want to take that risk, like go ahead. I think there's way better ways to spend $15, but I'm Xing out Hero, Xing out Wiggins. The only other player, I guess, just to like make it quick, Norm Powell is the only one that I would throw in there. But they're so full that it doesn't it's kind of hard to tell yourself that it's a good play, other than like, hey, Norm Powell didn't do shit when he had usage to himself. Maybe he's actually a better player when they're full. I don't know. Sure. That's some gal brain stuff there. But yeah, they're very full, and it makes it hard to get to on a slate this size.
Yeah, to your point with Bam, like if as long as they don't run the double big lineup, like, and I don't think they will in this spot, it is a pretty decent matchup for him getting, the combination of Onyeka and Landau, right?
Yeah. You think that's favorable?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for Bam, and I think what you articulated about the norm and the hero and like that sort of stuff. Like, I don't really want the handlers against like Dyson and Na, anyways.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
those guys are tough.
Yeah, I think if you're going to play this one, you play it primarily through Bam. It's kind of a shame because you get the highest total on the slate. It kind of feels similar to last night's game when we were talking like, oh, yeah, here's the highest total on the slate. And it's like, how do we get into this? Like, how do we get excited about this?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, but it's definitely justified.
Yeah, because like, yeah, it was last night was that Atlanta and the Sixers game, and it was just kind of like, well, where are we finding it? Like, where are we finding it if it's not just Maxey or Jalen Johnson? And sure enough, no one else mattered other than Jalen Johnson, and he just got outscored by Cade, so it didn't fully matter. Okay, let's get a little segue to the Atlanta side there. Do we like anything on Atlanta that is not Jalen Johnson this evening?
Nah, I think is okay. And then, Evergreen Dyson Daniels projecting well, but I'm not drafting Dyson Daniels, bro. I'm not doing Onyeka. It's really just Jalen Johnson and Na, and I'm not even doing a lot of Na. And I don't have a lot of Jalen Johnson because he's going at 2 over Luka Doncic, and I just I can't make sense of that, right? I simply can't make sense of it. Luka coming off an injury, okay, but he played in the All-Star game, albeit in a limited capacity. Jalen Johnson's second night of a back-to-back. We're not drafting Luka Doncic. We're drafting Jalen Johnson. Why? I'm puzzled by this.
Mm-hmm.
I need justification. I don't think I'm missing anything. I think it's just the way that things opened up for some reason, and we know how sticky those things can be. Yeah, shout out to ADP. I'm drafting Luka too.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think they'll project, maybe not like identical, but I think like Luka would project probably like 2 points higher or something like that. Jalen Johnson's been really good, but when you go down the bro science rabbit hole of like, hey, he's gonna be fighting for boards against like Ware and Bam and like some of these bigger body archetype guys, and it's second night of a back to black with some potentially tired legs, like, yeah, these 60 burgers look beautiful in the box scores, but like, what are we doing? We're talking about fucking Luka on the other side. But I kind of get why people are talking themselves into it. They look at these box scores, they see how well he's been playing, and then they go, well, Luka hasn't played in a bit. He's coming back from the injury, and we got Austin Reeves off minutes limit. We haven't seen like all of them together in a while, and it's like highest total on the slate. I can see the bro science to it. I'm team Luka over Jalen Johnson in a big way tonight, though, too.
Yeah. I can understand how one gets there, but
Sure.
that is not my plan.
Yeah, kind of lackluster that everybody's, just in there and available for that game, that it's the highest total on the slate. It's the fastest game on the slate. It's the fastest team on the slate. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, I guess maybe just Dyson in the last round. Maybe, I don't know. Like, like I'm trying to look for scrolls in this game. And it's like, I mean, I guess it's fine to take an all-star like Norm Powell in the last round, but like, I don't really see it. Yeah, it's kind of a shame, dude.
It is a shame. I agree.
Yeah, it's a shame that we just got to play GG Jackson over it all instead here. Nez, let's go. Keep rolling here. We got the Pels up next, and they are taking on the Bucks there. Pels are basically dead in the playoff picture, but maybe they could scratch and claw. Bucks are on the fringe there, where even if they go about like 500, they'll find their way into a potential play-in game. Maybe that incentivizes Giannis to come back. Who knows? That sort of thing. But life without Giannis right now continues. This is a 223.5 here. You know who I'm going to love in this ball game, but let me get the most recent injury report here for this one, just to clarify. No Giannis, no Prince, no Miles Turner. And then on the Pels side, we officially got, there we go, made sure that I know this happened a little bit ago, but I just wanted to make sure that the Trey Murphy Q was now an out tag there. Micah Peavy also with an out tag, who had been cutting in a little bit at times, and Yves Misi with the out tag, which, as much as people might just be like, why the fuck are we talking about Yves Misi on a slate like that? This fucking matters, boys. This matters in a big way, because now who can't get played off the floor. So let's talk about those Pelicans first, because I think we're going to like parts of this game despite the total being lower than in other games.
Yeah, I mean, this is like my favorite game on the slate.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zion, Bay, and Queen, brother, all day. And you can even throw in a little Jeremiah Fears as well. All four of these guys look awesome today, and I'm drafting all four of them. I wish I could get to more Fears, but like Derek Queen doesn't get drafted, so like I just have to take Derek Queen so much more. But yeah, this is the slop it up fest of the month here. I feel really good about this game. I want multiple pieces of this game and on every team.
I looked at the ADP this morning, Nez, and I said, how in the fuck is nobody seeing what I'm seeing right now? Because I am lockstep, handheld, skipping to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow with you here. That, man, this looks like a beautiful spot for these guys. And there's just no way in room dynamic that Derek Queen's ADP is actually 35 tonight.
It is.
Get me
he goes undrafted a lot.
Give me some Saddiq Bey in my life. Give me some Derek Queen. I probably wouldn't pair Zion and Queen together, but I'm fine pairing Zion and Bey, or Bey and Queen together. I'm totally cool with that. Fine pairing Fears with any of them. I'm seeing what you're seeing here too, dude. I like this.
Yeah, this feels great, man. The Pelicans are they're a bad team record-wise, but they're one of the more noble teams because they have no reason to tank. So therefore they can't tank. Well, they can, but they're not, which is great because now we don't have to worry about what kind of bullshit we're going to get with their minutes right now, which makes it awesome because the Bucks aren't doing that either. So two bad teams with condensed rotations. Sign me up, man. Love this spot. Everybody here listed I like. Even Zion, highest ADP. I like Zion ahead of ADP. I've done Zion at 7 to flip the board. Yeah, love Zion with my Joker teams. Love all of it, man. Can't get enough of it.
The Pels might only play 8 too. I see 11 listed after the rule outs. Carlo Makovic, maybe 22 to 25 at the 4. Maybe he plays some backup 5, but Kevin Looney gets back in the rotation playing some backup 5, but that's not going to play anybody off the floor. Jordan Hawkins maybe they need shooting without Trey, and Hawkins shoots a little bit, but he's a 15-minute guy at most. Jordan Poole could be a coach's decision. DeAndre Jordan could be a coach's decision. Bryce McGowan's might even play 28 here. Man, I'm really feeling this. I like this.
Yeah, dude. I've got multiple teams with 3+ players from this game on my teams.
Cool. Yeah, I respect your takes, man. Let's move to the Bucks side of it here. I imagine it's pretty easy to pair Zion alongside Kevin Porter Jr. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, KPJ will fall somewhat, but they are kind of in awkward positions on the board, to be honest.
Sure.
But if you want it, you got it.
Okay. Yeah, I was just kind of curious. Who else can we play from the Bucks here? Because Ryan Rollins in capital letters, kind of no thank you. Missed a couple games before the break there. I don't know. It's just one of these guys is gonna get Herb, and it's not the best spot in the world for them. And then if Ryan Rollins is there, I think of him more as the Fears stopper on the other side. Then I think of him as hey, I want to play some Ryan Rollins here. So I mean, I understand why he's getting drafted and he'll probably project in this range, but I would rather play Derek Queen and Sadiq Bey over Ryan Rollins tonight. Yeah, I don't know. What else could we potentially play here? Like, is Bobby's ceiling high enough? We saw the Usman Dang game before the break there where he played 36 minutes. Reminder, that was with Ham was coaching instead of Doc. So just, I don't know if that matters. What about Cam Thomas filling it up off the bench? Nobody's taking him. This one looks a little deeper than the Pels side.
Yeah, I mean, I was taking Ryan Rollins because he was going in the 6th round early, and that seemed pretty good. The Usman went stock crazy last game, so I think that was like a big reason why. I mean, obviously that was the reason why he had such a nice game, but like he'll play a lot, I think, so he's interesting. But otherwise, there's not a whole lot here that I want other than KPJ and Rollins.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no Kuz, no Bobby, no Dang for you. No Cam Thomas. Maybe Cam Thomas is like the perfect dude to be a slider in the pick'em lobby. You know, It was kind of like the Benny Math slide that we put out yesterday, where it's like, if things go right for this guy, like they're going to start going really right because certain dudes just go full green light and he's like full green light.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And like you said, definitely way more of a pick'em lobby play for me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. All right, dude. I like that. I'm glad we're both on the same page there. Let's keep cooking here. Thunder, man, 17-point favorites at home without J-Dub, without SGA, yada, yada. We'll break that down in a half second. Nets on the second night of a back-to-back here with the lowest total on the slate, 214.5. The official NBA injury report has SGA, AJ Mitchell, and J-Dub listed out here. And then on the Nets side, no Claxton, none of the G Leaguers, and no Zaire Williams here. So I put Chet on the cover just because I thought it was a really interesting talking point because he never projects all that well. He doesn't project. We don't like to play him all that much when Hartenstein is alongside him. But, man, they're going to need some scoring tonight in this basketball game. But they are 17-point favorites. So who knows? Maybe they don't. And maybe it just gets spread around enough from everybody, and he only ends up playing 26 to 28 minutes, and he's a landmine. So sell me the pen on which way you're leaning on Chet this evening.
I'm leaning no to drafting a lot of Chet.
Okay.
He just doesn't get that usage bump like people want or wish. So
Sure.
I'm not really drafting anybody here, like on either side of the ball.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I respect the take, dude. It's really hard to parse through. They're 17-point favorites in the lowest total on the slate. You know, Hartenstein's going to be alongside them. Even if we like to circle the matchup and be like, hey, we like to attack fives against Brooklyn. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's the spot.
I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. I've got nothing here.
Cool. All right. If you had to pick a second one as a scroll option, anybody for you?
Hartenstein.
Yeah, I agree with you. Play the same narrative, but at like a 5% owned threshold. Let's talk about Brooklyn then. Michael Porter Jr. didn't get a designation, and his price tag's far more palatable than it was yesterday. Yesterday, he only plays the 20 minutes, but he still finds his 26 fantasy points. Good per minute guy. I have a take about his handling and some of his shot attempts getting cut into by the expansion of Nolan Traore and Jaeger Damon being out there alongside him. That's a little bit of a bro science take that I've been noticing. What about the discount on Darren Sharp this evening? Can we play it?
I don't know why you would really.
Okay. He's a monster rates guy. Only played 19 last night.
They were saving him for this one.
Okay. Yeah. Danny Wolf played a shit ton last night, right? 27. Not as much as I thought, actually.
Yeah, I can't feign enthusiasm here.
Okay. I would definitely draft Daron in the last round today. I'd probably rather have Daron than Michael Porter Jr. tonight. But
I agree with that, but
yeah, but as Mike's alluding to in the chat with the spread there, it's like, what if 19 minutes of MPJ is what you need? Like, there's just no chance that that's what we need tonight, right?
No.
Yeah.
0-0.
Wow, that's kind of sad that there's no one to play in that ball game, but spread and total kind of, tell us that, right? So we could stay away. Second highest total on the slate here, dude. Nuggets coming off of that heartbreaking loss at the free throw line from the good Canadian kid. Jamal Murray there had 3 free throws to make at the end of the game there and couldn't knock the last one. Might have saved Nez's bacon a little bit there last night. If that game had gone to overtime, things might have got sticky at the top
Yeah,
of the leaderboard.
Jamal was chasing me.
Yeah. Oh, was he really? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a Jamal team that was close.
Okay. 241 here. Blazers had Denny back before the break there, but he had a kind of like a soft cap on him there. You said earlier that you were a big fan of Denny today. I'll let you talk through that in a half second, but 1.5 by way of the Nuggets on the second night of a back-to-back. Let's make sure there's no funny business on the injury report. The Nuggets have not officially submitted yet, so we do not know. My bro science lean, let me just check in on... nope, no update yet on the unabated side, and no official submission. My bro science lean is, hey, you have a tough one last night there, and Joker can only miss, 2 more games the rest of the season to qualify for these awards. I didn't see anything where anybody got banged up. I think they're going to want that smoke tonight. They're going to want to, right the ship after a game last night. And also Joker low-key limited minutes last night comparative to his normal workload. So I'm totally fine going back to the well on the Nuggets stuff here this evening. Do you feel similarly?
Yeah, it's a great spot for the Nuggets. I mean, we're only drafting 2 of them, but regardless, really good spot for Joker and Jamal here. Really like both these guys.
Cool.
Nothing to say about Joker here, but Jamal, it's like, well, how early can you take Jamal? I don't know, man. I think you can take Jamal really early.
Okay.
Against the Blazers.
Sure.
You want to talk about game environments, like you've got Kawhi, like in front of Jamal Murray, you've got Anthony Edwards, who we kind of talked about with blowout risk. You've got Kawhi, who I love Kawhi, but minutes, he's got the hard 35 against Kawhi. Donovan Mitchell, who's got understandably going ahead of Jamal, but like, I don't know, man. I really think that you can like get aggressive on Jamal Murray here and kind of have some unique portfolio.
Respect it, dude. Yeah, like you could treat him as that, like kind of. I see a tier of 3, and then I see you could choose your own adventure after that. So I mean, if you want to flip the board a little bit, I mean, I would not fault you there if you're playing into the notion that, hey, that first nationally televised game doesn't play competitive enough for Ant Edwards to matter, that then, hey, why not just go ahead and do that?
Yeah, for sure. He does, correlate with Joker positively, like we talked about a lot, but you can always tell yourself that, hey, it's a playoff Joker that he steals all the points, but
yeah,
they tend to do well at the same time.
Okay, I think it is. Wow, I didn't realize that after Joker came back in for that last stint that he still got up to 36, because I was watching that game and he sat so much of the fourth there that I was kind of like, oh, okay, maybe he didn't play like full, but he still played 36. Okay, never mind then. Disregard. Not that it matters. I think they're both playing basketball tonight, and I think you just take Joker at 1 regardless, because it is such a good spot for him. We love playing the bigs against Klingon on the other side. I think the more interesting stuff to talk through is there any scroll for you on the Nuggets, or is it just move over to Portland?
No, there's nobody.
Okay. All right, well, Portland is the fun side to talk about then. How high is too high for Denny Avdia? I did see yesterday during the broadcast, Nez, that the worst fourth quarter defense in all of basketball this season is the Nuggets. And there was some speculation on the broadcast that that's because they run the minutes too long for these guys who aren't fully ready. Plus, they've also been missing a ton of bodies. So I don't know. I was just kind of sharing a random thought that I overheard on the broadcast yesterday. But yeah, thoughts on Denny, dude? It sounds like you really like him tonight.
Yeah, really like Denny. I don't know that we're going to see like full, but I think you see like 32 to 35 minutes post break and playing a little bit of the All-Star game there. So, and plus, the defensive matchup there being kind of soft right now for Denver off the back-to-back. Really like Denny. Really like Denny tonight.
And
how high is too high? I don't know. I think I was taking him at the end of the first.
Okay. No worries that he only plays 26, 28 tonight?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think after the break, plus he played in the All-Star game, that you see him 30 plus.
All right. I'm cool with that. This team is like quite deep right now when they have everybody back. They signed City to a big boy contract. Now too, you get Vit mixing in for minutes. You got both the bigs in there. You guys know my feelings because Time Lord's going to get his for those 16 to 19 minutes. You know my feelings on nights where Klingon isn't by himself. I would be way out on this super high ADP, especially when Joker's on the other side of the floor. That if he gets aggressive early because he wasn't getting buckets early last night, if he just goes to work on Klingon could find himself with a couple quick ones here. I would kind of be soft out on that. And then I kind of look at everything else and I just go, yeah, Giroux, I like him as a basketball player, but like these box scores ever so slightly inflated for games in which, Denny was out and or not playing full. I think these are probably too bad ADPs, but
yeah.
What do you think?
No, I don't have a lot of, and I love the Blazers and I really like Drew. Yeah, these are two ADPs that I think are just a little too high.
Okay.
But could be an electric game. I'm not full fading, but definitely not going to be. I'm definitely going to be below 15% on both those guys.
Okay, sounds good to me, dude. Is there anybody else that you could possibly scroll to in the last round? Like, Jeremy's been starting, but there's some intrigue when he's like that 6-man scoring unit. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, can he play 30 again? I don't think it matters on a slate like today.
I'm not doing it. No. No.
Yeah, I don't like anything else. Like those are kind of like late slate only kind of plays for me. Yeah, my stance would be similar to yours, man. I'm not sure I'd be as aggressive on Denny, but like I would definitely be like, I don't know, where are you on like Denny versus Donovan or Harden? Where are you at? You like Denny?
I'd rather have Denny.
Okay. Yeah, so you'd probably be taking him in that 7-8 range over and over again then.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like be like stupid overweight, but yeah, I like Denny more.
Okay. I like the take, dude. All right. Was that I wanted to say that is not the second of the nationally televised games. The last game on the slate is the second of the nationally televised ESPN games. It's the Battle of LA here. Clippers on the second night of the back-to-back. No minutes limit on Austin Reeves and the return of Luka Doncic here. 8-point favorites for the Lakers at home. This is at 225.5 there. I will read out the injury report real quick, but I believe we haven't got the official from the Clippers yet. Yeah, Clippers have still not submitted, and the Lakers are so clean that there's like not even anybody listed.
Wow, they just got nobody.
They don't even have a body listed.
Wow. Huh. That's a flex.
That is a flex. That's the ultimate double birds were 8-point favorites at home. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 bodies and not a single designation.
God damn.
Yeah. Like now, not all of those bodies will be active this evening, but like, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of crazy just to see that's like how many guys they have available and no active tags. Nez, is it anybody other than Kawhi on the Clippers side? Are we drinking the Kool-Aid of Benny Math from last night?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah, the thing is that like he goes a lot. Like I'm not taking Benny Math in the 5th round, I don't believe.
Sure.
But like 6th round Benny Math, if you're looking and you don't really like the prospects of anybody else around you, Benny Math is a good pick right now. Like he's like the ultimate second option on this team at the moment. So he's a very good pick.
I've talked about it on the show for back in the day that I don't really have like a fandom in the NBA. I was a Clippers guy for a hot minute when we used to like live down in LA for the poker tournaments and like that sort of thing. And I spent, multiple months down there, and we would go to Clippers games because they were more exciting than the Lakers at that window of time, because it was the Blake Griffin and Jamal and CP3. And I really liked those guys. So we'd go to a lot of Clippers games. So I only buy jerseys of guys I like. I almost went, if Fanatics didn't only do these paint on garbage bullshit jerseys that are way overpriced for how poor a quality they are, I almost went full buy Benny Math while I was watching the game last night, because I was like, here we go, man. This is Lou Will all over again. This is Jamal Crawford all over again. No disrespect, Jamal's the king, but like, it was like that kind of vibe. I was like, this is like if Bones panned out, I was like, this is what we want here. Like, I want this sixth man up, playing 33, just scoring at will. This is better Norm Powell in this role right here. I was getting really frothy and excited last night watching that ball game.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't think you were being offensive by making those comparisons.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Anyone other than these two tonight?
No.
Okay. Are you scared enough about, I know you talked about the push-up Jamal Murray. Are you scared enough about a potential limit tonight on Kawhi, second night of a back-to-back, that you would lower him in your rankings?
No, not really. I think he's in a pretty good spot physically, and 32 minutes I think is good for Kawhi. Kawhi is just so efficient, man, and I think when you get the Battle of LA, I think maybe it means just a little bit more, bit more,
especially nationally televised too, right?
Yeah. So I just love Kawhi Leonard, dude. So I'm gonna play a lot of Kawhi.
All right, Boardman, get paid. All right, dude. On the other side tonight, we just talked about how effing full this team is. Outside of Luka at 2 is where we've kind of moved him over the Jalen Johnson, although you guys can do as you see fit, flip-flopping those two if you want to be overweight, but I would want to be overweight Luka this evening. Thoughts on LeBron with the impact of Austin Reeves returning to the starting lineup and full here? How's that push-pull work for you?
Yeah, I struggle with LeBron this season, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I've got how much LeBron? I got like 16%. I think it's fine. I think he's just like fine, man. Like I don't think he's. I don't know how you could qualify him as a smash. I don't like pairing him with Luka, but maybe that's incorrect.
No, I see it. I mean, like, I could see why you don't like it. I mean, we're talking about a 226 total. Like, who goes beside LeBron that would pair with Luka? Let's see. Well, Denny, if he's there, we'd rather Denny. Zion, I'd rather pair with Luka than LeBron.
Yeah.
Kevin Porter, probably. Yeah. I don't think it's wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to completely just like X out the combo because, rising tide lifts all ships. But like the fact that Austin Reeves is back there, I'd way rather pair like Austin Reeves with one of the two than spend like a first and second on these two.
Yeah, exactly. When you put it like that, it definitely sounds better. So like, yeah, I think LeBron is fine. This is sort of like a little bit of a tough spot here, but the one thing I think that is nice is I don't think the Clippers are playing very strong defense at the moment. So all three of these guys I'm really into. I'm really into Austin Reeves the most. Like just kind of ignoring all the red flags in my face. That's like, hey, yeah, he's not limited, but like he's definitely not like prime. He's not. He doesn't look as good because he's sharing the ball with LeBron and Luka.
Yeah.
I don't really care. Don't really care. Austin Reeves good at basketball, and you tell me he's off the limit. I'm going to take him over those Hornets guys.
All right. Works out for me, bro. I like that take. All right, man. That is all 9 games there. And as Easy said in the chat a couple minutes ago, do these guys even draft basketball teams anymore? Yeah, we're about to. All right, we're about to hit it. Oh shit. To. I can't. I need you. Sorry.
All right. I about to
got excited.
Yeah. Okay, I'm in.
All right.
And you need my screen.
I sure do.
It's up.
All right. 2 dog bowls got canceled. That's kind of standard issue.
Yeah, all the cheaters are out.
Got the 101 here from my guy Nez.
Just needed a draft on stream.
He's got his combos up. Reminder that yesterday's draft on stream was the 101 slot, and it was my highest scoring team. So that's a good omen right now.
That's what I like to hear. Hopefully it can, finish a little better than yours, but I'll take.
You know what? 396th place.
And the dog bowl, yeah, I'll take my money back.
We got Chad in here with us. We got Spartan, who was a dog bowl qualifier last year. We got the hot Sizzaus. We got the Wood. We got Glenn there with the GSD4, who's already qualified for the dog bowl there and is a proud founder of the Solver.
Who do you want, John? We got Nikola Jokic here. We got Luka Doncic. We could scroll the F down. Who do you want?
I'm a proponent of Joker cooking Klingon tonight.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah. I think maybe I had a little bro science yesterday when I was watching that Clippers game. I was like, okay, front end back to back. They're saving Joker a bit. I think Joker was smart enough to plan ahead that he was like, yo, we got a back to back. I can't celebrate on the night of my birthday. And I think he celebrated the night before in LA,
Oh.
Yeah. So maybe he needed a couple extra electrolyte packages on the bench there. Maybe that's why he was sitting on the bench a little longer,
Notorious party animal, Nikola Jokic. One too many wobblies. I believe it.
One too many in LA, and now he's like, okay, now it's time to get serious. Jamal couldn't fucking hit those free throws at the end to save my ass after my birthday. Now I got to put the team on my back tonight and cook Klingon because I'm sure as hell ain't going out in Portland.
What would he even do? What would he even do?
Meth. I don't know. The drug capital of North America.
God bless.
It used to be the homeless capital too, but I don't know if that's true anymore. But no shade on Portland because our Blazers.
Of course.
No. What are you messing around there that keeps popping up with the strategy there? Can you show the people?
Thinking about how I want to do the default combo, but I'm going to do all picks. This is nice for NFL season. You can view as roster instead of as picks.
Yep.
So for NBA, it doesn't really matter. But you can, instead of just looking at your picks in order, you can actually, have a quarterback, running back, flex, wide receiver, tight end, which I think is cool.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, so you can see I got 50% of Denny on my Joker teams, 50% LeBron on my Joker teams as well, 75% Zion. So I keep doing that trick over and over again, but I kind of like it.
Yeah, I kind of like it too. Yeah. I mean, definitely want to mix it up a little bit more than that relative to how many Joker teams you have. But yeah, when you're right, you're right. I kind of took a similar angle last night. Yeah. I mean, I'd kick Denny and Braun here. I'd click Denny and Zion.
Let me do Denny first.
Who else is available there? If you filter by ADP, like obviously you have your ranks up, but if you, so people could do like Collier. We don't like Klingon.
I'm going to do LeBron.
Yeah. The other
I
one
don't have any LeBron with my Denny Joker teams.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Then definitely do that.
Yeah, I kept doing Zion.
Yeah, that seems good. Lines up with ADP, but we can figure that out as we go. Sounds like we're both kind of a little bit out on Chet.
I'm very out on Chet, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There is a Galbrain board flipper in here because I don't think he ever comes back. Austin Reeves in LeBron's spot.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any. Let me see.
I think back to those box scores at the start of the season there when Austin Reeves was going ham and alongside Luka and LeBron wasn't in yet. And then LeBron came back and it was still Austin Reeves. And then the LeBron stuff kind of took off once Austin Reeves got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, as you could see, I had 0 Reeves on my Joker team, so I think it's probably the only way you're going to get it. I don't think he's fallen to 24-25, but
and you like Reeves tonight?
I do.
Yeah. A little food for thought there. A little sprinkle of me just reading the tea leaves of what you got going. And
let's see.
Has the second period of the US game started yet, guys? Or is it still in the first? I hate how they label the channels in Canada for the Olympics. So we have 5 TSN networks. We have 5 Sportsnet networks, okay? And TSN is our ESPN affiliate, and then Sportsnet is the other one. And then we have a national network that's CBC, which would be like our NBC, right? So there's 11 channels, but they name them all like Milano, Olympics, and then just like daytime, prime time, evening.
No sports.
Like, they don't put the sport in there. They don't put the event that they're going to. Some of them are the same as other ones. Oh, it's so frustrating.
That's hilarious.
Dude, pull up Sadiq Bey. We didn't take Zion in this one.
Yeah. I've done that on 25% of these Joker teams, which is good for, what is this? 1 share. So I have 1 Joker Sadiq team. So let's get another one here.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm all ears on who you like next. Solver is throwing Derek Queen at me. I don't mind a Derek Queen Bay combo.
With Sadiq, it's like a little worse, but I think it's fine. I don't know. Do Jarris.
He's way gone. Jarris Walker's a 3-4 pick now.
He's 3-4?
Yeah, he went to Wood here.
Wow. Okay. Bay plus Queen's probably fine. I mean, like, Bay's a bucket getter. Maybe it kills a little bit of the auxiliary stuff, but my bro science takeaway with the Pels tonight with no Trey is that there's more, buckets available, there's more threes available, and there's more of the handling distribution available. Could that go to Fears? Could that go to Herb Jones takes on a little bit more of an offensive role? Yes, obviously, but there is the mindset of, why don't we run our offense through Queen the way we ran our offense through Queen 2.5 months ago when they were missing bodies? So they could positively correlate if Queen is diming a little bit tonight and Sadiq is filling it up, right?
Yeah, 100%. I have no problem with it because, like you said, when you look at that team, it's like those Bay, Zion, and Queen could combine for like 70-80% of their scoring tonight.
Sure. Yeah. In terms of fantasy points, for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like you could get 80% of the team's fantasy points through 3 guys.
Wood doing a little. He's not scared of Laurie. He's jamming the Q tag.
He might just be playing it as the swap, I guess. Like, what percentage do you think Laurie plays basketball tonight?
20.
Yeah, I agree.
You're hoping he swaps, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sensabaugh, look at Glenn.
That feels fine. You think he starts tonight? I think he starts tonight.
He just hasn't gone a whole lot.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good low leverage play there, or low ownership leverage play there. I got some scrolls in my mind right now. GG does the game correlation thing for sure. You could pick your favorite. From the Dallas game. Like you could scroll to like one of the bigs or something like that. You could do Ace. You could do J Huff if you think Michael Potter's not going to play. Yeah, go with your heart, bro.
Let's go J Huff.
Sounds good.
J Huff's fun for the brand.
Yeah. He took 5 threes last night.
Yeah, he'll put him up, man.
Yeah, and like you might get like some good spots for stretch 5. I mean, I can't imagine Anthony Gill plays as much as he did last night. Maybe that makes Vukovic okay in the last round, but if you get Will Riley out there playing against J Huff and no Micah Potter, you know, J Huff could hit a couple threes and stretch that out a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I kind of like that.
What do you say we rip one more and call it a show?
Yeah, let's do it.
Gumby rolling through with Dyson Daniels. Dyson, the models haven't caught up to Dyson. He gives you like 6 or 7 stock upside in the last round, but I'm not a big Dyson believer.
No, I'm so sick of Dyson Daniels, and I just hate that I always have to worry about him blowing up because I know that there's going to be a whole cabal of nerds with Dyson Daniels 6-round teams because they were instructed to.
Yeah.
Just pisses me off.
Nas just been scoring so much, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Dyson Daniels is going to score.
Dude can't shoot.
What's up with CJ? How'd CJ do last night? Great game last night. Damn.
CJ's when they need scoring time, you know?
Yeah, I mean, would you rather do Dyson or CJ tonight if you had to?
I mean, just given the ownership leverage, I'd click CJ's name, but I got a couple.
Jon.
I got a couple screws loose. Okay, what do we got? Breaking news?
LBJ, LeBron, downgraded to questionable tonight.
Wow.
That would have been cool to have the 101 here. I would have done your trickaroo.
Let me see here.
Do you think they filed before?
Yeah, let me just confirm. They're not on the back-to-back. Let's see.
Underdog's calling it a downgrade.
I too would probably call it a downgrade.
A lot of these teams have submitted like days in advance because of the All-Star break too, you know?
Right. And a team that didn't play yesterday would have theoretically had to. So it must be a downgrade. Yeah. Interesting. Well, what about I'm trying to think here. What about a little push-pull there with Kawhi then? Is that a little too gal brain?
You like Kawhi more?
I like Kawhi less now.
Oh, okay.
You know, like what if he doesn't play as much tonight, you know?
Okay.
It looks like you have a 0% combo of Jamal plus Denny. That would be a double board flipper.
Yeah. I mean, all these guys are pretty free reign here.
Yeah, and I think they're all going to have very tight, similar bands of projection. So, yeah, I like Harden more than you do, but yeah.
Let's go Harden.
Okay.
It's still unique, right? Like 7 and 9. I don't have any of it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give it a go. I want more Jamal, man. I really want more Jamal. I was not really. I like just talking it out with you, man. Thinking about that game, the total, every other game that we talked about, like made me like Jamal a lot more.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like it's probably not the best like matchup in the world if he gets to Monty. Like that would be the one hole you can pick in it.
Yeah.
But like they play fast enough and there's enough transition in that game that like you might just trade buckets with that total.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Like they'll find ways.
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect to Tamani.
It's a very good. G for Gumby saying that Nez got that noti 45 seconds before me.
All the edge in the world belongs to me, baby.
Shout out to the Unabated team on that one. That was quick.
They couldn't wait to fire that one in.
Oh yeah, blast off.
Bah.
Oh, Sawdog, I think this is ahead of my broadcast. Let's see if I can tap in for this bingo or not.
Tage?
Looks like a Tage bingo according to the kids in the chat. 47 seconds left in the. I'll give you the play-by-play. Eichel at the top, pass down low, short side, bingo. Tage Thompson.
Freebird.
Play Freebird on the power play as the U.S. take a 2-0 lead in the semifinals. I was going to say.
I guess it might have to be Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, I mean, if Chet falls this far, he's probably a projection break guy too.
Yeah,
it's. I mean, it's definitely going to be unique. So this is where I would err on the side of uniqueness. Kind of interesting here. What is the tipping point for LeBron?
Flandy said right there.
Yeah, he might not have refreshed his browser yet. Flandy, you in the chat right now? Do you know about the Q tag yet?
Hey, at least he's got swap priority. Kyle Bilopowski, he got that notification.
Let's go. Did Austin Reeves already go here? Did Eggers show off and flip the board?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Okay.
The least original guy of all time, I tell you.
That was the most transparent thing. I wasn't even paying attention. Dude, do the Jarris Walker thing. Or do you like Miller more?
No, I think I like Jarris Walker.
Okay.
I think they're going to let him cook, right?
I would think so. I don't know. Pacers are always weird, especially on the back-to-back and stuff, but like they do seem like I don't think Cam Jones plays basketball tonight. Like Cam Jones was just like done, you know? And then you probably bring TJ back in, but he only plays 19. Like could TJ do enough in 19 to matter on a 9-game slate? Probably not. Kobe Brown will be a little bit of a redacted play. Ben Shepherd played really well last night and was part of the reason why Nemhard didn't get home. So like Benny Math could cook a couple threes tonight, but they might adjust this evening and like he sees a little bit more of like Belil.
Right.
I think Quentin Jackson's kind of fun tonight, but that might be pick 'em only.
That's all you.
Yeah.
That's all you. All right.
Gumby, are you trying to get a second seat out here, Gumby? How many entries you putting in tonight?
Gumby's just gonna do his low volume stuff, and just crank it home.
Our guy Lewis is in the chat here. He says no Pacers available, and not even an inkling of a John mention of TJ.
It's not his fault. It's not John's fault, man. He's got the Q tag.
TJ he hasn't been playing enough.
There's nothing he can do.
Yeah. What do you think about some double scrolls here?
Yeah, we'll see. Like, I'm taking Drew Holiday.
Okay.
And then we'll scroll.
Yeah, sounds fine.
Who would be your favorite scroll?
I don't know. I was just gonna ponder and think out loud with you.
Derek Queen gone.
Where do you get your ideas?
Jeremiah Fears not gone.
I'm not in love with the Fears on Rollins versus Fears thing, but
now he respects Ryan Rollins.
I respect Ryan Rollins on the defensive end. I just always say that, and even I don't respect him that much on the defensive end, to be fair. But I always poo on his projection. Sense Ball scroll was cool. That one got the juices flowing. We can't rip his bit though. We can't rip his bit.
All right.
How about Naz Reid? Capital letters.
That's fun. I'll do Naz Reid.
Naz Reid, capital letters, gets a good matchup at the 5 there. He could cook Bagley. He could Cook Gafford. He gets the extended run tonight because, Gobert doesn't play late.
Yeah, that was a good scroll. I needed that.
All right, there we go. We got ourselves a Jamal Murray, James Harden, Chet Holmgren, Jarris Walker, Jrue Holiday, and Naz Reid, capital letters.
Definitely unique.
Gumby says, did you let him win? Let's see what Gumby's cooked up. Kawhi not playing basketball tonight. Sorry to tell you. Actually, I think he does play basketball. Let's not get it confused here. Julius Randle's the third best option on his own team for scoring. Didn't you see that LaMelo Ball got in a car accident? Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball, they cannibalize each other's usage. Are you a moron or are you just clicking buttons? Nickeil Alexander-Walker is like the third best scorer on his own team, and Dyson Daniels is going to have 1 million more stocks. And who was the last one?
Why does that keep changing? Ryan Rollins.
Ryan Rollins in capital letters, nothing more to say. Oh, there we go. The Saw Dog is asking for a little bit pick'em stuff. I cooked one up on the fly there. I can share it again for the people. I don't have the link to it, unfortunately, because the link just got cannibalized. But we did cook a little one up on the fly. Let me see. We did the Memphis one. So we did a little bit of Kyle Anderson today. We like 5s against the Grizzlies. Feels like a good one. A little bit of Gigi Jackson love there and some J Huff love if Micah Potter does not play basketball this evening. So I'll put this in the chat there for everybody. There we go. Beautiful.
You,
yeah. Is there anything else in the pick'em lobby that was tickling your interest, Nez?
I didn't really look too hard yet.
Okay.
But if I do see something, I'll post it in the Badge Bros Discord there.
Sounds good. I'm gonna run the S words one last time on the market value stuff. All right, here. You know what? I'm gonna cook one last one for the people with the help of Unabated. It looks like the Traore stuff is too high on the second night of the back-to-back with the guys all ruled in. Damn, the one that we're looking for is gone. So never mind. Oh, we could play it like this. Okay, no, not on the PRA. Corey Kispert, PRA on the lower. We're getting docked on that one though, so that's a little less fun. Bobby Basketball, Bobby Portis, Bobby Trees. Looks like that one's gone too. Shoot. Yeah, nothing else really jumping out right now, guys. We'll look back in a bit here. Mm-hmm. We like a little bit of the, I guess we could bro science a couple here. We like the Pelicans stuff.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and click on Sadiq Bey. Maybe Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey fantasy points. I was going to do 3s actually. Just without Trey out there.
Yeah.
Let's do 3s.
Okay.
And then Derek Queen fantasy points probably positively correlate. Let's see here. 32 and change for that, or the PRA. So the PRA. There we go. We got a little profit booster in there. We'll fire 50 into 652. Something went wrong. Apparently I don't have that promo. And I ruined everything.
Good work, John. I need to piss so bad.
Yeah, you go do your thing. I'll shut us down here.
I'm going to win the Dog Bowl tonight, but you guys can win second if you would like. Yeah. Good luck.
Good luck indeed. All right, guys. There's the last one in the chat. There we go. All right. Scrolling these NBA streets is making my nipples perky. Thanks for the content. Oh, that was great. There's your 2 pickups for the night there, guys. Go USA in this hockey game so that we can get the final we deserve on Sunday morning. Everybody enjoy the Olympics over the weekend. Enjoy some spring training baseball today. Enjoy the Dog Bowl. Sweat 9 games of NBA tonight. Enjoy the hoops over the weekend. And then we got the golf, man. We're going to be watching some of the Genesis Invitational over the weekend there. Hopefully your guys' Underdog Open teams fare well. And it's also the end of Double Dribble season here, where we're going to be advancing pods on Monday. So Monday's show, guys, sorry for the rug pull today, even though it kind of really wasn't a rug pull, let's be real. But we're going to do Dog Bowl +1 giveaway no matter what, even if there's a fire, 100% on Monday. Numi's going to join on Monday, and then we are going to do the NBA slate and probably Double Dribbles advancing and the dance on Monday. And then I am going to do a dinger for the Membies only right after that, or I'm going to pre-record one over the weekend, so keep your ears to the street. May or may not also be a no strip Nez this evening or tomorrow evening as well. I will not be hopping on for that one. I am playing some puck the next couple nights here. So anyways, good luck everybody this evening. Hope to see you guys at the Dog Bowl. Hope you guys can qualify your way there. And then, okay, I won't pre-record it. Pre-record is a cop-out. I will not pre-record. I will just do it for the Membies. Mr. Good Boy just flopped his paws over. He knows what time it is. All right, guys, enjoy your weekend. Best of luck tonight. Hopefully some of our friends and family from the Discord can qualify this evening, and we will pull the draw on Monday. First thing to start the show, +1s to the Dog Bowl. Best of luck, my friends. Everybody's favorite time of the show, the end. Peace. Check out Unabated when you can. Oh, my goodness. Fake out. Jamal Murray Q tag. Out of nowhere, Jamal Murray Q tag. Maybe we got to pump the brakes on pulling him up there, guys. Maybe we got to pump the brakes. We just got the Jamal Murray Q tag. Let me look at the injury report here. We got a probable on Jalen Pickett as well. Let's see if we got the official filing. Nothing official, but Jamal Murray Q tag. So yeah, maybe some auxiliary options gonna be coming. Yeah, holy fake out. All right, let me do this for 1 second here. So I don't know. Jamal gets these Q tags and then he plays through them. I don't have an official designation on it yet to see if it's something different than it usually is. But Christian Brown played some good minutes last night. Cameron Johnson, we just can't play right now. Julian Strother, but all of them are going to get the Tamani Kamara matchup. Yeah, man, they might just start Pickett at the 1. Interesting. Well, Joker just got safer as the 101, but yeah, it's like an encore at a concert. Yeah, but not by design. Okay, guys, best of luck tonight. Ears to the street on the Jamal stuff, but you're going to be able to catch some fallers in your rooms there and maybe pair him with some Joker teams there. But he is renowned for playing through the Q tags. I'll share some more thoughts in the Discord if I see any more information soon. Everybody's favorite time of the show, the end. Peace.